Singletracks just came out with an article featuring Alabama, and they bragged about so many great riding places in Alabama. That gave me an idea. We would hit some of those places, and we would focus on features that meet two standards. Number one, very, very difficult, and number two, very, very fun. Our first stop in Alabama is at Oak Mountain State Park. We're at the end of Boulder Ridge at Oak Mountain State Park on a feature we've been running now for probably 8 years, something like that. We call it Squamish-ish. All right, so this feature is about halfway through Boulder Ridge at Oak Mountain State Park. We call it North Shore, and there are two primary lines we're going to demo for you. One is through the middle. It's a little bit more intimidating. Javier's going to do that one. And one is off to the side. The one I did, it's a little bit more fun. So he's going to drop in just a second. The top part where you can barely see him is actually a little tricky because there's quite a big hole there. Yeah. Javier was the first one to do that. I think Chuck was the second. I think I was the third. All right, we're on West Ridge, and a lot of times people will roll right by this feature and not even know they can incorporate it, but you can do a pedal drop off of it like my buddy Javier did, and then run right into this rock that we call Volkswagen Rock. He actually pedal dropped off of the knuckle at the end here, over here to the right, but you don't have to do that. You can just roll down to the left of that knuckle if you want to make it easier. So he did it one direction, and I'm going to do it now the other direction. The other direction requires a little bit more speed. Nice.
All this can be done on regular bikes too. We're on e-bikes today, but regular bikes work great for these too.
We're at the beginning of Storyteller, and the feature that is easy to ride right past is going to be a drop to the far left. If you enter Storyteller and you look to the left, as far left as you can on the trail, it's the only way down that is on the left-hand side. I'm going to ride the traditional line down and get to the bottom of the drop, and you'll see where I'm down there. It'll be, of course, I'm turned around, so it'll be on the far right. This is a super nice drop. Javier is going to demo it for me. I've retired from it, but he does it like no one's business. All right, the line that Javier is going to do is to the far right. The easy line that I did was the far left over here, going down that rock. This one is pretty rewarding right here. Pretty tough to get into. Nice, good traction afterwards. Good work, dude. Yeah, nobody rides that drop. It's pretty easy just to go right by it. But even the easier line that I did, which cuts across over here at the top, right across there, and then comes down that rock, is still hard, but the drop's pretty rewarding. But it looks pretty cool from down here, you can see. All right, this is on Storyteller, at the top of Storyteller. We're gonna move on down Storyteller to the next challenge. This one is towards the top of Storyteller, and lots of cool stories on this. This is my favorite feature in the park. I'm retired from it. I'm 58 now. Javier's 52. I think I did it up until about 55 or something, and then I thought, I better call it. Never crashed on it once, so I had nothing but good experiences, but it just kind of spooks me a bit. All right, Javier, we're ready when you're ready. But as you can tell, it's almost vertical coming down. Nice. Everyone says it's super rough transition at the bottom. Everyone who hasn't ridden it. Those who've ridden it, everyone who's ridden it said, you know, it's really not bad. At Oak Mountain State Park, where Jekyll intersects with Hyde and Room Service and Centipede. At the feature we affectionately have been calling MasterCard. The reason why we call MasterCard is when we first built this feature, we were bending some rear wheels on it, and we needed our MasterCard to keep paying for it. We would bend them down here, and that's why we had to fill in this area with rocks, because all those years ago we'd hit that sharp rock right there and bend our wheels. So got too expensive. We needed to fill that in. It needed to be done anyway. It dawned on me on the way home that we missed one clarification. Not only are the features that we videoed, do they need to be fun and very difficult, but they also need to be features that if a visitor comes and rides these trails in Alabama, they may accidentally just ride right on by. So in other words, we're not going to video the big jumps on Valhalla and feature those, because nobody's going to accidentally ride by those. They're right in front of you on the trail. But these that we featured in these videos are good ones that people would ride right by and not even know were there if you didn't see it on this video or another video. So that was another stipulation that I didn't mention at the beginning of this video that I want to make sure I mention now that I'm in the driver's seat of my recliner, relaxing and recuperating. In the early days, I used to have the time to take visitors and show visitors all these different features so that they can't miss them. But I just don't have the time to do that with the skills clinics that I teach. So I thought these videos would be the next best thing. If you have Trail Forks or NTB Project, you can definitely find the name of the trails that I've been mentioning. And then you can just go by the description in these videos and find these features and get you some if you want. They're optional. They're out there. You don't have to do them. You can ride right around them like almost everyone does. But hey, if you want something a little spicy, hopefully these videos will help you find them. We got a lot here in Alabama. I'm very pleased with this state and what we've done as a community, a mountain bike community.